Dude's crazy, man.
AllBall TV. They scared, but I'm not. They don't like comentario.
Y suscribe.
The 76ers look like a bunch of baby's kids because they might be moving to Jersey. What? The Philadelphia 76ers.
They got the Bell palsy looking crazy.
The 76ers are seriously considering relocating to New Jersey. We have worked tirelessly for the past 5 years to build an arena in Philadelphia. The negotiations remain ongoing with the leadership regarding our proposal at Market East. The reality is we are running out of time to reach an agreement that will allow the 76ers to open our new home in time for the 2031-32 NBA season. As a result, we must take all potential options seriously, including this one. Now, to me, that wasn't the first of the flames for them. For me, the first of the flames for the Philadelphia 76ers, it seems like ongoing stuff in the summertime that's kind of flying under the radar. And we got Ty Lue, talks about the newly acquired 76er, Paul George. In reference to him, Ty Lue says, when you lose a guy of Paul George's stature, instantly people think, oh, they can't win. I can't wait to prove everybody wrong. Wow. Top of that, the Paul George Philadelphia 76ers fiasco, it continues. Because Papa George, he visited Podcast P, one of the most boring podcasts in history, but he dropped some jewels here.
Anybody gonna tell Jackie Long he gotta go home at some point? Paul George is gonna figure that out. That all right, we could do without Jackie Long.
Paul George gotta go home too, bro.
Okay, I roll with that too, OG. But it is Podcast P. I'm talking about Jackie's bad. He's not good. It's not good. I'm sorry.
The irony, Paul George was just home and went to the 76ers.
When PG left LA and said, I'm going to Philly.
Wow. It was hurting. I mean,
like Jennings.
It was like I feel like they stabbed us in the back, because I thought Paul did a whole lot for the team. As far as in the fan base, the fans was there. He was there. I think he gave him 110%. And what he was asking, it wasn't a whole lot,
right?
But they seen something different now. But I didn't want him just to take anything, So his whole thing, he does stand up for what he believed in, and so he felt that was, that was a bunch of bull that they came at him with, and I wasn't gonna sugarcoat it either. I'm like, yeah, I'm behind you 100%. You got to leave, we're gonna leave.
Yep.
And of course, it's kind of put us in a little bump and grind, but hey, it's all good. It's all good. It's all good.
It's all good.
It's all good.
It's all good.
So,
hold on.
Fabian,
you love being at home, but then sometimes home could, kind of
and
slow
that's
you down.
No action with him being here all his life and all that, and he's home now. Like it wasn't one of those moments. Look, just take what they're giving.
No, it was like
give what you deserve a little bit. No, it was more get what you deserve.
Yes,
I love that.
Yes, he put in work for it, and I felt that he should have got paid for it.
And you're right. He did a lot. I say even more, 120%. I'm with you.
And so that like we didn't stutter about it. We didn't. But let me think about it. Like what? They come at you like this?
Right.
Oh no, you got to go.
You got to go.
I was looking at, okay, well, we're going to go next door then. But they already spent too much money. You know what I'm saying? You know what? We're going to still come down in the tunnel. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be wearing a different color.
Okay. So I don't know if we heard that part, but he did say Paul George's father, Papa George, said, I felt like they stabbed us in the back because I thought Paul did a whole lot for the team. I think he gave them 110%. And what he was asking, it wasn't a whole lot. But at some point, he mentioned something about getting stabbed in the back also, and I don't see that here. But what do y'all think about Paul George, Papa George, commenting on this? Flea, I know you were trying to pull this figure early.
Wasn't it like 2 years, 80 million they wanted to give him? Or 2 years, 90 million?
It was a third year. It was 3 years. It was a 3-year deal. They didn't want to give him the fourth year. That's what it was.
Okay, but annually, per year, it was something like 40 to 45 or 45 to 50. Right? He was going to get paid handsomely, right? He wasn't not going to get shorty. Go ahead, OG. You got it, because I see you. There's something burning on you right now.
This is why these guys is not great. This is exactly why Paul George will go down as just a regular guy. And when you got your pops on the platform, basically protecting you, like you're not a grown man, and the pops is going we pops with disrespect. You ain't got nothing to do with that, big bro. You still gonna have a mansion in LA chilling. Whatever team you go to, you're not moving to that city with him. So for me, you know, when I don't even understand how PG co-signed that. His pops up there like that. That to me, I didn't like it. But let's go back to Ty Lue. So for one, Ty Lue, whether you kept Paul George or not, nobody had y'all as contenders. So it didn't matter. So I don't know what you're talking about. For two, Paul George's pops, how they stabbed y'all in the back. It didn't work. Who's giving Paul George a max deal at 34 years old? So when the deal is over, he's going to be 38. Clippers already seen what it was looking like. Your son is injury prone. Let's be realistic. I've been telling y'all, these dudes don't love basketball. It's all about the money. How many times have you kept hearing them talk about money? Then you make a joke, he's going to go next door. Yeah, okay. You had an opportunity to do that before and didn't go.
5 years ago.
Right. Now you're going to go, look. Come on, bro. It's nasty. And this is the disconnect, Flea, that you talk about between the older generation and the new generation. And I've been saying it. These guys don't love the game. They don't love the game.
Just the lifestyle.
Simple and plain.
Mm-hmm.
Simple and plain. You don't love the game, and it shows on the court. Simple. Steph Curry loves the game. It shows on the court. Certain other guys, that skill set, just raw talent, is but so far it's going to take you.
Stay right there, OG. Let me ask you. If you had to put a list together, your top 5 guys right now in the NBA who, from your vantage point, love the game and not so much the lifestyle. Everybody loves the lifestyle. Let me not act crazy. But who love the game of basketball, who do you feel when you watch this game now, who you feel like are those guys? Maybe not 5, but what's your list look like?
No, we know who's number 1.
Oh, Jalen Brunson all day.
That's unanimous. That's unanimous.
That's Steph Curry, Kevin Durant. I think LeBron still loves the game. Like I said, you could tell. I think Devin Booker loves the game. Even though I'm not a big Devin Booker fan, but you can tell on the court. Like, even what he did in the Olympics, he was able to stay on the floor, you know, when it was showtime. Mm-hmm. You know,
give me somebody who nobody would think about. Somebody that you think loves the game, maybe not as a high of a profile guy like a LeBron, Steph, Joker. That
right.
Give me somebody who you see. Maybe you too, Fabe.
Drew Holiday comes to mind.
Okay.
I'm gonna say Kobe White.
Oh wow. Okay.
Like you know, because guys like that, you see the work.
Yeah.
You see the work.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You know,
I gotta go back high profile. I think Wemby loves the game, bro. Wemby comes off like just competitive and he cares. Crying at the Olympics like that. He just seems like he wants to win and he's taking his spot. He's not taking it for granted, unlike Paul George over here.
Mm-hmm. So you know, Flea, I'll just finish up. Great question though. You know, it just goes to show you, man, like at this point now, I don't care who has a podcast. I don't even bother me no more. I just want to see the productivity on the court. Try to stay healthy, do whatever it takes to stay healthy and compete. Simple and plain. And it just seems like, you know, these guys want all this money because their talent is good enough to get the money, but they can't stay on the court. These guys want 50, 60 million a year. They're not even getting their team far in the playoffs. You guys ain't MVP candidates. You guys ain't nah. So for me, you know, Paul George is who he is. And guys like him, James Harden, I put in the same sentence. And I give you one more guy, Flea, that I think loves the game. Russell Westbrook. When it comes to the greats, bro, your name is not going to be mentioned. So, you know, for you and your pops to think y'all got backstabbed, backstab high. You wasn't the best player on the team. It's Kawhi Leonard. You only there because of Kawhi Leonard. Let's be for real. Kawhi Leonard picked you. So what were you talking about? Nah. Show and prove and show us why you got backstabbed. Show us why the Clippers made a mistake. Until then, y'all wrong. You and your pops. Y'all dead wrong.
Not to mention, Flea, the guy who got traded for a bunch of draft picks alongside with him is second MVP last year, going bananas.
Is the man right now. Is going to lead that OKC team at some point to a finals appearance. I ain't going to call championship, but I think we talked about them the other night. We was offline though. Like
Fellas,
that OKC team ain't
right now. If we're looking at the trajectory of SGA, is he going to be a better basketball player than Paul George?
He has the potential to. Yes.
I gotta revert back to what you said because I like how you double down on that. Giannis got to get it done for whatever reason. The gods got to bless you with a path, and you also got to will it to happen. SGA, we've seen signs that he can will it to happen, but we got to see you hungry no matter what. Paul George, we've seen he's big diva.
But you know what? Like obviously you can only go by your most recent performance, right? Like tell me about yourself, show me who you are, like, show me what you just did, right? As opposed to what you once did. That stint in Indiana is very capable of showing who he was as a young star, right? He wasn't considered a superstar yet. LeBron James was going to the media telling us, if y'all remember, he was telling us like, yo, Paul George is next one. If y'all remember, those back-to-back years, they played them. It was either the Eastern Conference Finals and Eastern Semis or 2 Eastern Conference Finals, one of the two. But Game 7's tough series against that Indiana team. He clearly was the best player. So, like, Paul, I feel like has that in him. I just think it's dormant right now because, you've been anointed as a perennial all-star. What is he, 8-time all-star now? Like, you're considered a superstar in this league to most. So, for anybody like that we talking about that's lost a little hunger or lost a little edge to trying to keep going up another level, I think it's Paul George. I think he plateaued, really. Like, they think I'm the man, so I'm good now.
9-time All-Star, 4-time All-NBA. He has a great resume, but I just told y'all, I believe he acts like a diva. I believe that's what the problem was with the NBA. But
he ain't got no great resume. I ain't letting you get away with that. He ain't got no great resume. These all-star appearances nowadays is so garbage. Look at the all-star game. Nobody even cares about that anymore. So to me, I don't even care how many all-stars you are today. Y'all not even competing in them joints, and half of y'all are getting in it because of what y'all did 5-10 years ago. What productivity are you doing right now to where you an all-star the last 3, 4, 5 years? Get out of here, man. I ain't going for that no more.
This past season was probably Paul George's best season in the last 4 years. Just to get paid.
What he was doing in Indiana, he should have did what Giannis did. You stick it out, you get better, and you thug it out. These dudes fold under the pressure. He doesn't want to be a leader. He doesn't want to be the guy. So he ran from the smoke. Simple and plain. Simple and plain.
Y'all ever hear Jeff Teague tell that story about, and y'all remember it, Paul George kind of throwing CJ Miles under the bus.
Oh, hilarious.
The first round series against LeBron and them. And CJ takes the last shot. And he's like, I told CJ when I got to the locker room, I'm like, I gotta have that shot. I gotta have that shot. Now I love the confidence in yourself, right? Because you know that you're the guy. So give me the rock. But I also feel like at that time, like, you weren't the guy, if that makes sense. Like, at that moment, like, you wasn't the guy at that moment.
Because if he was, CJ would have known better. AllBall TV. They scared, but I'm not. They don't like comentario.
Y suscribe.